Hi everybody, welcome back. So today we're gonna do a bunny topiary for Easter. What you're gonna need, I'll change things up as I go sometimes because when I'm making something, I like to change my mind, add, take away stuff, but pretty much the general rule, what we're gonna use today is just a tin can, foam balls. One's a little bit bigger, one's a little bit smaller, so like a body and then the head. I'm going to use foam board to cut the ears. I'll show you what I'm going to do with this construction paper with the ears. We're going to put some reindeer moss and some flora moss around it. I got some jute rope to wrap around the can. Little carrots from the dollar store as well. I have 2 ribbons, not sure which way I'm going to go with them yet. I bought some green paint. So I'm actually going to paint these balls first, just so you don't see any white underneath the moss that I'm going to put on the 2 balls here. So let me get these painted and then we'll start putting the moss on them. I will be back shortly. Okay, everybody, I'm back. So I did paint the 2 foam balls, just so when you put on the green that you don't see the white underneath. I haven't done this one yet because this is the head, but I did go ahead and do this one. I'm going to show you the ears in a second. So I did all the way around, put it over the heater. It's still a little bit damp, as you can, I can still feel, but I'm just going through. So I'm going to show you the ears. So for the ears, I actually just, I took some foam board, as you can see here. I just freehand did some ears, cut them out. So you can see on the white where the foam board is on the side. And just me being picky, I took a black marker and I just colored in on the sides of the foam board. So I did one already, I'm going to show you. So I'm just going to go through. I just used this glue, Elmer's Extreme Glue. I just got it at one of the dollar stores, but I didn't want to use hot glue because it dries so fast. I just preferred using the cheaper stuff that I got. And I'm just going to show you. So I just go on. And this, I tried the reindeer moss and I didn't like it. I don't know if I have a bag here. I tried this reindeer moss, didn't like it. It was too wet and damp feeling. I like to put it, I like it in flower beds and stuff like that, and plus it's a little lot greener. I really didn't like the look of it, so I actually went for the floral moss. And I'm thinking, I don't know how many bags yet, but I'm thinking I'll only have to use one. It doesn't look like a lot, but as you can see, I took it out and I've already did the big ball underneath. So I'm just gonna, so I do a couple coats and I just keep, I kind of pull it apart because otherwise it gets, so this one, and then you just keep, and this glue actually, just make sure you use the glue that actually dries clear. It's kind of a process to let everything dry. I'm gonna shake it off a bit. I actually did for this one, I did 2 layers. And then you just glue it on. You want to make sure you get around to the ends. At the very end, I actually went along where the little flat part. So you try to make it fluffy in certain spots. Believe me, this is all going to dry clear. It doesn't have to be perfect by any means. I just cover it until it's, let's pull some more. I always like keeping a little container with my crafts on the side so it's not so And where you see that little bit of white, believe me, it's gonna disappear when it dries. So I did the one coat. So it's still drying. I'm gonna come back after and do the other side. But once I do the other side, I'm gonna show you something. I think so once you actually do the second side, I'm gonna let it dry. And then what I do is you have to make sure you do the sides of it, because otherwise you don't want to see the board and you want it to look kind of like round, like see I did along the sides here. Well, the bottom you don't need to see, but it just goes nicely all the way around. I'm thinking my bow might be too big that I made, and I'm gonna have to make a smaller one or cut it down in size, but I always seem to change my mind during when I do the videos, because all right, so I'm just gonna put a little bit more in some of the spots I missed. I'm just spreading it around here all over. I'm just gonna grab some Kleenex here. So now I'm gonna let this one dry. But do you see what I'm saying? See what I was telling you about? Like, this is gonna dry, but I went over on the second time so you can see how thick it is. So I'm gonna let this dry. And then I will do another coat of that. So when I get both ears done, and then I will start doing the head. everybody, we're back, and I actually attached the ears onto the head to the body. What I actually did is I did an extra coat on here that I showed you. I did an extra coat on here. I did an extra coat on the ears. When I glued the ears on, I did E6000 under the ears, and then I did hot glue, and I had to hold them there for a good 10 minutes each just to make sure they were solid. When I did that, so then afterwards, when you see when the glue, I let it dry for a good couple hours. I had to go back and put some more moss on there, and I just glued some more moss so you don't see the lines where I glued them together. I did you've seen that I put on the jute rope, and I actually did, I did the carrots all the way around, even though there was a little, you're not going to use this anyways to lift it. I did take a styrofoam ball and cut it in half just to add a tail. Not that you're going to see it, but I just thought I'd add it for the character of it. And then I'm going to add the ribbon now. So what I did was I took my ribbon, just because the neck, I didn't want it, obviously it's going to be too thick, I thought anyways. I'm going to add the ribbon. I'm just going to use some hot glue on it. I already pre-cut it. And I measured it already. Put the ribbon on. And I already made a bow. I'm just going to add it right in the middle. You could do it off to the side. I'm not sure. I think I'm just going to do it in the middle. I'm kind of a center kind of person. Just going to put some hot glue on that. I'm just going to glue it on right like that. I'm not going to play around with it too much until it's fully dry, and then I can actually, I think it's a little bit off-centered. I actually just curled them and just wind it around with the wire, but I'm not going to play with it until it's like totally dry on here. But please like, subscribe, drop me a comment if you have any questions. Make sure to turn that notification on so you don't miss any videos. And everybody stay safe, and we will see you soon. Bye.